Hello everyone, welcome to this session. Let us continue on the series of problem solving for CAT 2025. If you're looking for one-on-one personal coaching, mentoring for CAT, you can get in touch with us. The description will have some of the links. If the description links are not working, then you can also use the one that is going on in the banner right now. Okay. The first question says a race consists of three tracks: uphill track from A to B, downhill from B to C, and again an uphill from C to D. So A to B, B to C, C to D, something like that. Okay. The length of all the three tracks are equal. Gautam travels from A to D, covering the uphill and downhill tracks at the speed of 5 kilometers per hour, 8 kilometers per hour. Seems like a very easy question. Okay, let's understand this. So it it is something like this: A to B, B to C, and C to D. Uphill is always at 5 kilometers per hour, downhill as 8 kilometers per hour. This is 5 kilometers per hour. In the question, it is given that all the distances are D. Now, the total time that he is taking to reach D from A is 21 hours. That means I can directly write 8 by 5, rather D by 5, D by 8, D by 5 is equals to 21. That means if I take 40 as my LCM, this will be 8 plus 5 plus 8 is equals to 21. Now, 8 plus 8 is 16 plus 5 is 21. So I can actually get rid of this and this. D comes out as 40 kilometers. Okay. What else? How long would it take? Would he take to go from D to B? That means from D to C and then C to B. So that is going to be distance by speed again. I mean, that is 20 upon 5 plus 20 upon 8. Okay. Sorry, why am I taking it as 20? It is 40, right? 40 upon 5, 40 upon 8. So that is 8 times and 5 times. So that is 13 hours. That is the answer to the first question. Hope that makes sense. Let's go to the next question. This is a seemingly interesting question. It says that there is a triangle ABC and DE and F are the midpoints. So let's see if we can draw a triangle. Okay. And we have the midpoints, right? So, so let's say this is the first midpoint. The second midpoint would be some, let's say somewhere from there, and let's say would be over there. Okay, just assuming this to be something like this. Okay, now this over there is definitely my centroid G. Let us consider this to be A, B, and C in that order. And F. G is the centroid, AGE is 90 degree. Okay, so that means this is 90 degree. If AC is 30, okay, if AC is 30, that means this is 15, this is 15, and BC is 40. That means this is 20 and this is 20. Very good. We need to find AB. Okay. How do we find the AB length? 90 degree means some amount of Pythagoras theorem or Pythagorean triplets will come into the picture. Hope that is clear. Also, centroid has a very interesting property in a triangle. It divides the median in the ratio 2:1. Two towards the vertex, two parts towards the vertex, and one part towards the base. So I can assume I mean, I can say that this part is 2x and this part is x. Similarly, I can assume this part to be 2y, this part to be y. Okay. Similarly, this is as 2z and to be z. 2:1 के ratio में the centroid will divide the median. ठीक है. Now see, there are couple of variables given, but I have a very interesting uh, situation also going on over there. That situation is that, let me make some understanding. Let's get rid of this. Just look at the triangle itself. You will have an idea how we can solve this thing. If you pay attention, for the triangle AGE, right angle triangle AGE, we can write from Pythagoras theorem 2x square plus y square is equal to 15 square. Let's keep it at that. Okay. We have another right angle triangle which is BGD. BGD is also a right angle triangle in which you have 2y square plus 2x square, sorry, not 2x, x square is equals to 20 ka square. Now just from these two we can get the value of x and y, and we can possibly get almost everything. Okay, so I'll write it over there. So this is going to be how much? 4x square plus y square is equal to 225, and 4y square plus x square is equal to 400. Add both of them, you get a 5x square plus 5y square, x square plus y square, that is equal to 625. X square plus y square comes out as 125. Interesting. What can I do with x square and y square? Okay. If this is 90, okay, this angle is 90. Okay, just pay attention, right? This angle is 90. Obviously, this angle will also be 90. है ना? ये तो straight line है. Straight line पे linear pair बनेगा. So this is 90. This one is also 90. Now, in that line itself, you see there is a 2y and there is a 2x. That is, this is also a right angle triangle. Angle ABG. Angle ABG. This triangle is also a right angle triangle. Right angled at this G. BGA is a right angle. So we can actually again use the property of Pythagoras theorem to find that out, which is 2x the whole square plus 2y the whole square will be AB ka whole square. So this is 4x square plus 4y square. If you take 4 common, x square plus y square is equal to AB square. Okay, AB square. X square y square ka value I already know, that is 125. X square y square is 125. So AB will be root over 4 into 125, right? 125 can be written as 5 into 25. That will be 5 into 2, 10 root 5. AB ka value comes out as 10 root 5. Do I have any options like that? 10 root 5? Yes. So a decent question, not difficult, not very easy, but a decent question which could have been solved if you have given it the idea that is required. Otherwise, probably this could have become a little challenging. There are two teams, A and B. The next question, that played basketball match of 3 games. A's average score for the 3 games is 7 more than B's average score for the 3 games. In the first game, A scored 9 points more than B. In the second, A scored 3 points less than B. Find the difference between their score in the third game. Let us tabulate this data, because I don't think without tabulation this could be solved easily. So we have an interesting situation with us in which we have A and B. Okay. So first, second and third. It will always be a good idea to map the data according to what is given. So it is saying that, and understand that average is total by the number of observation, total of the observation by the total number of observation. Okay. So when we are talking about A's average score for the 3 games is 7 point more than B's average score. Let's keep that for a while. The next line says, in the first game A scored 9 points more than B. So if I assume B to be X, this is X plus 9. In the second, A scored 3 less than B. If it is Y, it is Y minus 3. And then we can use either a variable Z. I would say let's use A and B, or maybe small a and small b. Okay. Now, what will be the average of A? Obviously, the average of A will be sum total of all the score, that is X plus 9 plus Y minus 3 plus A upon 3, that is 7 point more than B. X plus Y plus B by 3 plus 7 more points, right? Hope that makes sense. Now let us do this. This is going to be how much? This is going to be X plus 9 plus Y minus 3 plus A is equals to X plus Y plus B plus 21, and I can then get rid of the 3 in the denominator. So I can see X and X cancel, Y and Y cancel. We have A, or what is it that they're asking? They're asking what is the difference between their scores, B minus A or A minus B, whatever, right? So let us do that. So this is 9 minus 3, that is a 6, and over there is a 21. So let us say A minus B is equal to 21 minus 6, that is 15. So A minus B is 15. I hope that made sense. Now let's look into this question. It's a time and work question. Says P takes as much time as Q and R together to do a job. Q takes twice as much time as P and R together to do the same job. If R takes 6 days to do the job, find the time taken by all of them together to do the job. Basically, effectively, in one day, if P is able to knock off as much work as Q and R, and Q is half as efficient as P and R. So these are the two equations that I can start off by understanding. Now another thing that should pop into your mind is that 2 by Q is equal to 1 by Q plus 1 by R plus 1 by R, right? So 2 by Q minus 1 by Q. If you take 1 upon Q common, 2 minus 1 is 1. So 1 upon Q will be 2 by R. Okay. 1 by Q is equals to, now this is an equation, you can say that the ratio of R is to Q is 2 is to 1. That means R is twice as efficient as Q, and so on. But I would say that just hold on for a while. If I substitute the value of 1 upon Q back into the first expression, which was this, you will probably get something like this, which is 1 by P is equal to 2 by R plus 1 by R. Again, this is 3 by R, right? Why am I doing everything in terms of R? Because the total number of days that R takes is given in the question, that is 30 days. So how many days will all of them will do? So that is definitely going to be, in one day they will do 1 upon P plus 1 upon Q plus 1 upon R. And I know that 1 upon P is nothing but 3 upon R. I'll write it over there. 3 upon R. This is 2 upon R, and that is 1 upon R. If I take R common, this will be 6 upon R, right? So the total day that will be taken is R upon 6 days, because this is in one day, okay? And reciprocal will give the total days, total days, okay? Now R ka value we already know, that is 30 days R takes, so that is, just substitute this as 30. So in all they take 5 days. All of them will take 5 days to finish off this work. Now I know this may look a little challenging for someone to understand, but that's okay. I mean, this is an interesting question. It says Vikrant bought 2 coffee blends. He bought 50 kg of the first blend at 25 per kg and 100 kg of the second at 30 per kg. He mixed the two blends and sold one third of it at 40 per kg. Find the minimum price at which he sell the remaining mixture so that he does not incur any loss. Now this question at the face of it seems like a question of profit loss, but there is no such profit loss happening. So there is cost price 1 and then there is cost price 2. Now you have to understand one thing, that 50 kgs has been bought at the price of 25 rupees per kg. So the total amount that he is spending for that 50 kg is rupees 1250. Now 100 kgs have been bought at 30 rupees per kg. So the total amount that he has spent is 3000. In all he has spent 4250 rupees, the total cost price that he has. Okay, we can say the total CP. Now please understand, 150 kg worth of product he has, he is selling one third of it. That means one third of 150 is 50 he is selling. Okay, so 50 kg he is selling at the rate of 40 rupees per kg. That means SP1, that much he has gotten is 2000 rupees. Okay, 2000 rupees he has in his pocket. 2250 rupees he need to make again. Now 100 kg is left and he need to make sure that he is uh, balanced, right? So there is no loss. So for every kg he should be spending that much amount of rupees. Okay, that is, for 2250 divided by 100 kg, this will be the rate, rupees per kg. Okay, so this is how much, this is 0 cut 22.5. so the rate that he will be putting out will be 22.5 kg per kg per rupees per kg. I'm really sorry for that. 22.5 rupees per kg. If he puts out his selling price at 22.5 rupees per kg, he will be at at least he will not make any loss. Okay, so 22.5 is a answer. It's a good question, easy question, not very difficult as such. Now let's see this question. It says the number of male and female employees in an office are in the ratio 8 is to 15. Interesting. 40% of the men, 70% of the women. So I know that it is again a tabular. It would be better if we do. So male and female, we have HR, non-HR. Okay. Let us assume this to be 8x and this to be 15x. Okay. 40% of men is in HR. That means 40% of this 8, which is 3.2. Whatever the balance is 8 minus 3.2, that is 4.8. That is in the non-HR category. 70% of 15 is 105x. Whatever is the balance is 4.5x, right? Now they have given you the total person, total 274 employees are in the HR department. That is 274 is the total over there. That means 13.7x corresponds to 274. So 1x will correspond to 274 upon 137 into, they are asking for 4.8, right? So 4.8, that is the non-HR male. Find the non-HR male employees, that is 4 points. So just multiply this by 4.8. So this will cut by 2, I guess, uh, and 9.6, 9.9. Hold on, we had a 13.7, right? This was not 137. This is 13 point this thing. So point and this 4.8 cuts 96 is my final answer. Okay, I hope you can see that. Option number B is the correct answer choice. Now, the last question. Harsha has a certain number of marbles. To arrange them in a n by n grid, he needs 45 more marbles. So the first thing that you imagine, or let's say you assume, is the total number of marbles to be m. It can very well be arranged in a n by n, n into n matrix, but he needs 45 more. That means m is equals to, all the marbles will be would have been filled, but I still have 45 positions left for the marbles. Okay, so m is equals to the total number of marbles, m is equal to n into n minus 45. This is my equation 1. If he arranges the marbles in a n minus 1 grid, which is n minus 1 ka square, he will be left with 36 marbles. He will be left with 36 marbles. So we will get 36. That is m. This is my equation number 2. What are they asking? The total number of marbles that he has. The m here they're asking. So let's equate number 1 and number 2. If I equate, I will get n square minus 45 is equal to n minus 1 the whole square is plus 36. So n square minus is equals to 36 and 45. But I hope this is correct, yeah. So n square minus n square minus 1 plus 2n is equal to 81. So this n square cut, this will be 82. N is equals to 41. The value of n is 41. So the total number of marbles will be n square, that is 41 square minus 45. So how do we calculate 41 square? Let's do crisscross. 1, 4 and 4, 8, 16, 1681 minus 45. So this is 6, 1636 will be my answer. Correct? So this was a doable question, not very difficult. All you need to do is just form the equation. So this is it. I hope this session was also equally enjoyable. If you did, you can like the video. If you have any thoughts, you can share it in the comments. Thank you.